All right.
Pussy hair.
here and go live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream, the podcast. Here with Mr. What is going on? All right, you guys can hear me. There we go. There's the sound. Okay, my sound went out for a minute. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, I was doing my intro. So, what's up, Chase? Yeah, Zenu says Mcgevis is a prick. Oh, that's what the lady said last night. Oh, I gave her a poke or two. Oh. Well, hello there, Fester. How are you, sir? How are you, young man? Hopefully you're doing well. How are you doing, CJ?
I'm good.
Oh.
How are you?
I thought you were going to burp. I was waiting for it. I'm doing good. I had a late night. I was partying last night. Called 1-800. Get Rent-A-Hoe.
Ricky York, Dalton. You may do Ricky. Ricky?
Oh, somebody's asking about that Ricky York guy. I remember him.
Ricky is a bit of a constitutionalist. He's a First Amendment auditor. But now, something happened. Ricky kind of lost his grip a little bit. Now he's got a warrant out for his arrest for illegally landing a plane on the beach. So he's got to lay low for a while.
You gotta land.
Yeah. Ricky got a warrant for landing a plane on the beach because it was illegal. And I should have landed. Ricky should have landed on the runway, and he didn't. He wasn't listening, so he should have landed on the runway, and he did not. So
let me ask you this, okay? Going on with that, if you're flying a real plane, right? You run out of gas. You think you're gonna make it to the airport?
Yeah, you're not gonna make it. You got to find somewhere to land.
Yeah,
you got to find somewhere to land.
To me, that doesn't make sense, but
yeah. Yeah, you run out of gas. You got to land it somewhere. You got to, in real life, pilots, if they run out of gas, have a faulty engine or whatever's going on, they're trained to land that plane somewhere safely, even if it's on the water.
Oh yeah. What was that one flight? Hey, what's going on, Crossy?
The one where the pilot brought the plane down in the ocean, like close to the shore. Yeah. And everybody got out and everybody lived. Yeah, that pilot brought the plane down and they landed it. He landed that thing so good on the top of that ocean, like it kind of skidded across the top of the ocean. But everybody lived. Everybody lived to tell about it. So that was that's a good pilot.
And he was drinking too. They made a movie based off of him.
He was drinking?
Yeah.
Was he really? Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The pilot was he had a little flask.
Wow, I did not know that, but he still landed that plane good. Oh man.
So let's get down to it here. How about you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself? What do you like to do when you're not streaming?
When I'm not streaming, my main focus is family time. I'm a dad to 4 girls. I have a 18-year-old who just graduated a couple of weeks ago. I have an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 3-year-old. All girls. Starting from oldest to youngest is Sierra, and then Jasmine, Chloe, and Arizona, who we call Ray Ray. That's what I do when I'm not streaming. I'll focus mainly on family time, or if they're doing something else with their mom, a lot of times my wife will take them outside to swing or go do something with just them, and that'll usually be my time. If I'm not going with them, that'll be my time to sit down and play a game that I enjoy playing, which is usually like I love playing Sea of Thieves. I know a lot of you have probably heard of Sea of Thieves. I love playing Sea of Thieves. One of my favorite things to do in that game is to go out and go to the Red Sea every time and watch my boat bust apart. I don't know why, but I love doing that. American Truck Simulator, another one of my favorite games. There's so many games that I have that I'm still trying to install this new PC. So we're gonna be playing. Speaking of that, I'll probably start a series on a horror series. We're gonna be playing some games called Fears to Fathom. If you guys have ever heard of that, it's based on true events. You get to play the victim in that story, and I have both games. But it's true events, and you get to play the victim in that story mode. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. So we might start that maybe this week or something. We might do that.
Oh, I think I've heard of that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Nicholas Peel says hello.
What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Everybody in my chat, Maskin's up in the house. Suey, you are new. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Charlie is up in the house. Wynn is up in here. Dalton Mitchell. Let me hit Dalton's button for him. Get over here. How's everyone doing? Good to see you guys. Savage Wolf Gaming, what is going on, man? Good to see you guys. Good to see y'all. And that dude Bear's up in the house. Appreciate you guys being here, man.
I was a little disappointed. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but they didn't call me to do an audition for the movie.
I am too, man. I've been playing Mortal Kombat, I think, since... Gosh, when did that come out? Was it Nintendo Days? Was it Nintendo Days that came out?
The first Mortal Kombat came out on Game Boy.
Game Boy, that's what it was. And I remember playing that game in the arcades, and I remember I used to know every move, every fatality. I've got the newest ones, the last two new ones they made, and I still have yet to finish the story mode on the last one. So those are cool games, man. I love playing a little bit of Fortnite in my spare time too. I love doing that. Fortnite is fun.
What's going on, Matt West Gaming? How are you, sir? How are you, young man? Zenu, you're a funny guy. Oh, we got a comedian in the audience.
Oh, Zenu, he's good people, man. Zenu's a good guy. Cash Reynolds coming through with a $5 super chat right there. He said, such a big fan. Thank you, Cash. I appreciate it. Let me hit that dono button for you, brother.
My fatality would be the ones and twos, right? The old McNuts.
Thank you, Cash, for that $5 dono, man. Really appreciate that, dude. Everybody can hear the game audio and all that real good, right, guys? Y'all can hear Richard. Y'all can hear Richard over here. You can hear me. Everything's good.
What's going on, Random Rich? How are you, young man? Hello, Lauren Rosinger. Good to see everybody here for the fuckery. Today's weather forecast is I don't give a shit. So, out of all video games, what is your all-time favorite video game, sir?
Oh my gosh, that's going to be hard to pick. I mean, if I had to pick like right now, I'm going to say definitely Farm Sim.
Farm Sim. Oh,
Farm Sim,
you like plowing her field?
Yeah, I love plowing her field.
So what's your favorite crop to plow or to plant?
To plant and grow. Yeah. I'm not too big of a fan on potatoes because I enjoy doing it, but they do take a while to plant, to grow, to harvest them. The harvester's like super slow. I guess my favorite crop to plant would probably be wheat, because you can plant wheat, and not only can you make money from harvesting that, but you can also turn your swath on your harvester, drop a swath behind you, and get bales out of it as well to sell those bales or feed them to your horses or cattle. Probably wheat. That's my favorite one to plant. I love wheat.
I like wheat too. When I fart, it's like cream of wheat dust.
Oh man.
Random Rich Z says weed farm.
Weed farm. I wish someone would come out with a mod. What's up, Fester? How you doing, man? Another one of my members right there. And Matthew Coleman and Meskin up in the house. What's up, Sphinx? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. What was we talking about?
The weed farm.
The weed farm. I wish they would come out with a mod, which I don't know if anybody ever will, where you could actually plant and grow weed. I think that'd be a great idea. Now, Giants won't ever implement that because of the whole concept behind it. Now, if it was legal all over, like if it was legal like United States wise or nationwide, whatever, then they probably would. But being the fact there's some legal obligations in there, then I doubt they'll ever implement that. Speaking of that, we have a Kubota DLC coming out for Farm Sim July. Is it June or July? June 23rd, I think. Which is actually the next update for GT5.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Sage? How are you, young man? Oh, Sage says he'd play Farm Simulator if they had the weed plants in there.
That would be cool. Or tobacco. Even if they had tobacco that you could actually grow in the game, because I mean, around here where I live, in the wintertime, when you're driving down the road here, all you smell is these farmers that are smoking, tobacco in the barns, smoking, having it smoked, because they cut the tobacco down, they hang them up in the barns upside down, and they put little sawdust fire pits under them. And the smoke comes up, smokes the tobacco. When it turns brown, it's ready to go, man. They ship it off. So I think putting tobacco in the game would be a good implement, man. I think that'd be cool because it's real life.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
Then you got to worry about when you're on the farm, the farmer's daughter.
Yeah, the farmer's daughter. Yeah. Yeah.
I think they made a website about that.
Website?
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, man.
All right, so here's the first question from our audience. This question is coming from Random Rich Z. Do you live in North Carolina, CJ? I know tobacco is big in that state.
What was that question again, Richard? What was that question again?
That's okay. Random Rich Z asks, do you live in North Carolina? He knows that tobacco is big in that state.
No, I live in Tennessee. I live in like middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well,
I tell you what, if Farm Simulator had a weed farm on it, that's where you'd find me. I'd come work for you. Although half your product might be missing.
Yeah, Middle Tennessee is very well known for growing tobacco.
It is a tricky subject. It is, Sage. So, he's just got to be dad for a minute. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Next Wednesday, guys. The Mexican's gonna be on our next guest.
Oh, he is? He gonna be on the show with you?
He is.
All right.
Oh, we have another funny comedian in the chat. Son of a bitch. Charlie Dumsdale says, "Hey, old timer, I can smell your dirty diaper." Well, you know what? That's not all you're gonna smell. You're gonna smell these ones and twos when I catch up with you, young man.
What's up, Matt West? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
So here's a question for you from the old man himself. What got you into streaming?
Well, initially, I started doing YouTube in 2018. February 2018, I opened my YouTube channel. And then what I started with is actually probably going to blow a lot of people's minds. I started with a laptop that had Windows 10, and on that Windows 10, you had an Xbox app that would allow you to connect wirelessly to your Xbox. So the only thing I was doing at first on YouTube was I was playing Xbox games, recording the capture from the laptop to the Xbox back on the laptop, editing that with the video editor that comes stock with Windows 10, and that's how I started. Now, initially, how I got into streaming was it was something I always wanted to do. You know, I see all these live streamers who live streamed, and I always wanted to be able to play games and entertain people. So I think about probably 2 years into my YouTube careers when I did my very first live stream, and I think it was an LSPDFR live stream. I think it was the first one. No, it wasn't. It was not LSPDFR. It was Gears. I think it was a Gears. It was a Gears stream, I believe. I think it was Gears. It was me and my wife playing it. Me and my wife played Gears 4 together for the first time on YouTube together. She did my very first live stream with me. Yeah, because I was a little bit nervous. I think the very first live stream she was with me, I was a little bit nervous, and I wanted her to live stream with me. So I said just to keep my nerves a little calm, because I had never done it before, you know. And so initially, what got me into streaming was just being a gamer on YouTube itself, you know. And I think the live streaming just kind of comes along with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but you know, I try to tell people that to get into it. Even my old prehistoric ass. It takes patience. It
does. It really does. It does take a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of stamina. It takes a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time from the things that you love, you know, and like my family time. You know, that's why I take my family time so precious. When I get that family time, I am engulfed. And when I have my YouTube time, I am engulfed. You know what I mean? Because YouTube, having one channel, having two channels is busy. Having one is busy. And when I took on the second channel, CJ Farms, which I started I think 2 years ago or a year ago, that really got me busy. You know, that really kept me occupied. But for those that don't know, YouTube is a great escape for me, because there was a time in my life where I wasn't in such a good place, right? And I am, what is today, and I can talk about it now because I've already mentioned it. 2 days ago, let's see, 2000, I have to count this real quick. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 2 days ago, I've been 6 years clean. 6 years clean. Yeah. So my sobriety.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man. My YouTube is a big part of my sobriety. I think a lot of you may know what was going on in that part of my life. I was really in a bad spot in my life, and one of the best things I ever did, man, was get clean. And I feel so much better. You know, granted, the first 2 weeks of that time period was so rough. It was just so rough, and I'll never wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But I do know that being clean was one of the best things I ever did. And so 2 days ago was 6 years on that, and on my sobriety. So YouTube is the big part of that sobriety. You know, it keeps my mind occupied. And then, of course, my family, they're a huge part of my sobriety. I've got the love and support I need for that. So plus all your guys' love and support means a lot. So, yeah, man. It's
congratulations again.
Yeah, man.
That's huge.
It is huge. It is, man. It is.
So here's the next question. This question comes from Drake Sullivan himself.
Mr. Drake.
Who was your big influence on you? Was it besides Benzo?
Besides Benzo? Okay, so when I first started watching LSPDFR, I watched a guy named First 30 Minutes. If anybody remembers the first 30 Minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He actually took a break from YouTube not too long ago for a while. He's way up there. He's got like 400,000 or 500,000 subscribers, I think. But when I first started watching him, he was about where I am now in sub count, and he just did he did so much great stuff for his community, and he has a huge Discord. He's got that voice that just is soothing. You know, it's a soothing voice, and I loved watching him. I did watch a lot of Bay Area Bugs, watched Pocat, and Typical Gamer. A lot of people you may know who Typical Gamer is. I watched him. He was a big influence for me on GT5 modding, because he did a lot of GT5 modding back then. Now he just does Fortnite, but he did a lot of GT5 modding back in the day. And I would say between Typical Gamer, Bay Area Bugs, and First 30 Minutes, those three guys right there alone those three group of guys were my biggest influences in what I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Yeah. Congratulations, Sage. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, man. Random Rich Z says CJ was my first influencer and teacher.
Nice.
Here's a question from Zenu. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Wants to know about your music. What got you into music?
What got me into
music?
Playing music? Oh man, that came from an early childhood. I grew up watching my two older brothers play music as a child, and I remember watching I learned all the basic instruments. You know, I can play drums, I can play bass, I can play, you know, acoustic and lead guitar. I can sing. I can sit down in the studio and record. I can mix and master my own music. So initially what got me into it was just watching them growing up, and thinking to myself all the time as a kid, like, man, I want to be a musician so bad. So by the time I was 15 years old, I had gotten pretty good on the drums from what my brother had told me. He's like, man, you're a really awesome drummer. And so at 15, I played my first gig with my brother. We were playing top 40 country rock and blues. I was the drummer. My brother, my oldest brother, Dwayne, was the guitar player. My other brother was not in the group at the time, but we had a bass player named Keith. And we rocked a house, man. We sold a show out at a little hole-in-the-wall place here where I live. And it was wall-to-wall, and I was 15 years old playing my first gig, and loved it. Did it for 20 years professionally in my life. And I loved it, man.
That's pretty amazing. So let me ask you this. Being 15 years old on stage like that in front of a crowd, how did that make you feel?
Very nervous.
Oh, I can imagine.
I was very nervous. I was very nervous. But when I got up there and I got behind the drum set, I remember my brother gave me one tip. He said, look, man, he said, I know you're nervous. He said, here's what you can do. He said, focus on that hi-hat. And I remember turning to my hi-hat, you know, because the hi-hat is the cymbals that sits beside you and makes that, you know, that makes that sound. He said, focus on that one thing. Pick one thing on your drum set and look at it the whole time. He said, I recommend your hi-hat. So I focused on that hi-hat, and before I knew it, it was like there wasn't a crowd there, you know, and my nerves were just calmed down. And eventually I got to where I could play and look up at everybody, but it was very nerve-wracking, but it was exciting at the same time, and it was good. We had about I think we had about 300 people on the show that night.
What?
Yeah, about 300 people on the show.
15 years old and 300 people.
300 people on the show, man. It was pretty crazy, man. But it was fun though.
Did you score that night?
I did not score that night. But I will tell you this: that on my very first show I ever played, I didn't miss a lick on the drums.
Oh, that's awesome.
I played I played a perfect show that night. Yeah.
What's going on, that dude bear? He's bragging about ice cream. Oh boy, let me tell you, ice cream makes me poop.
It does me too.
Yeah, it's like the old pooper scooper.
Suey said, "Hey CJ, I got a question. Can you do a patrol? On streams? You mean like do a live stream patrol? I did one last night. Yeah, I did one Monday night. I'm doing a California Highway Patrol series right now. I did my bike patrol on Monday night, I believe it was, and then last night we did a firefighter patrol. Not sure if I'll be live tonight or not. I'm still trying to work out a new schedule on my live streaming, so but we'll see. We'll see. I'll see about doing that.
Speaking of that Tahoe that you were running last night, I need to sit in the back seat for about 2 minutes.
So he can blow it up.
Shit. You know, I think there's only 2 deputies I have not gotten yet in SLRP.
2 of them.
Benjamin and the sheriff himself. I've not blown up their seats yet. I've gotten everybody else.
I'm telling you, man, rolling with Richard, you know, in SRP is a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Sui said, "Why are you?" Oh, the random emojis in the chat. That is people who are members, and they get access to custom emojis. If you want to be a member, you go to the top of my description. It'll tell you how to go about doing that.
Okay, I got another question for you.
All right.
I'm try not to break character here. Can you ask CJ if he'd rather spend a night locked in a room with a horny Chewbacca or live with Mcgevis forever?
I would definitely pick live with Mcgevis forever. I do not want to be anywhere near a horny Chewbacca.
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that was funny.
It took me a minute to do that without breaking character here.
Yeah.
Damn it, Zenu!
I remember
You're
that.
Fired.
I remember that conversation.
I remember that stream. I had to delete it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, somebody got offended by it, and I had to delete it.
Really? Somebody got offended by that?
That 4.5 hour stream I did on a live tutorial, I had to delete it.
Wow. See, man. Oh, goodness. I'm telling you, man.
That's why I put the warning out when I first came live. Like, if you can't handle it, get out.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy that there's just not everybody out there is super sensitive, but when you run into Karens and Darrens, that's going to be the people that's going to either, try to tell you how to do your job, or report you, or they'll call the cops on you. You know what I mean? That's your Karens and Darrens.
Oh, I tell you what, if I ever met one like hands-on, I'd show them the 1s and 2s, and then I'd kick him in the old McNuts and do another round of 1s and 2s.
Sui, I am from Tennessee. Richard, they want to know where we're both from. I'm from Tennessee.
Oh, I'm in upstate New York, but I was born in Naples, Italy.
Nipples, Italy?
Naples, Italy. Nipples. Oh yeah, I got milk. Here. Oh, here's a good question. Here's a very good question.
All right.
This question's coming from Reggie the bodyguard.
Oh, Reggie. What's up, Reggie?
How do you feel about YouTubers that change up as they get bigger and bigger? Like, let's say, for instance, Dick Jane started a YouTube channel. He got like, I don't know, 50,000 subscribers. And, he used to talk to the chat and everything. All of a sudden, he just changed his persona.
Oh, I got you. So quit talking in the chat. I got you. So I think your chat is a very important aspect of what you do, because if it weren't for the people in your chat, your live chat, you wouldn't be where you are. You wouldn't be who you are. Your YouTube channel would be nothing without, the subscribers, the members, everybody that supports you and comes and watches you. They're the foundation of your YouTube channel. Without them, it would crumble and fall. There would be nothing underneath of it to hold it up. You know what I mean? So everybody in my chat, I always try my best to talk to my chat. If I'm playing LSPDFR and I'm going like Code 3 or something, then yeah, I obviously, can't look at my chat, because if I do and I'm driving Code 3, I'll hit the back of a car every time. I did it a couple times of the night, but I think that your chat is very important. I do think variety is good. Now, if you want to like for me, I would love to do full-time streaming, not necessarily get away from the videos, but maybe not as much videos as I do. I would love to just be a full-time streamer and just live stream. That's what I would love to do, but still do videos, here and there. I think variety is always good. Change is always good. Now, as far as your chat goes, you've always got to take time to interact with your chat. You obviously can't get everybody in your chat, whether you've got 100 subscribers, whether you've got 500 subscribers, however much you got. It is impossible to talk to everybody in the chat. And when you reach those numbers, 30 and 40 and 50,000 subs, it's going to be tough. It's going to start getting tough. So, I completely understand why there's a lot of YouTubers that have a hard time keeping up with their chat. I've seen chats that go like this, just constantly just going nuts. So it has to get tough, man. So I completely get that.
I'd probably shit my pants if there was a full stream like that. I wouldn't be able to keep up. I'd poop myself.
It's hard to, man. It's hard to keep. I mean, we had almost 40 people watching last night, and I try my best. You know, when the live stream starts, I'll share my stream, and then I'll come back to the chat for a few minutes on my phone, and I'll chat with everybody and try to call everybody's name out. And then when I go live on camera, I call everybody's name out again, and I try to always get everybody. And if I ever missed anybody, I apologize, because that's not what I want to do. But what everybody out there has to realize is that there's going to come a point in time when we all are at that point in our YouTube career where we can't respond to everybody. We can't respond to everybody's comments. There's comments I see on my channel that were there 2 years ago that I never even seen, and I just seen it because I might have been scrolling through my YouTube studio. And you know, I don't even get notified for comments anymore. Rarely ever.
What's going on, Sling and JWT? How are you guys doing? Sage Gaming says, I'd rather record than stream. Streaming for me depends on a lot of the game I'm playing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, and videos are fun too. I mean, it's like I was saying, the thing about doing video content is that the cool part about that is that that's where the editing comes in. The editing is where the magic happens, right? You know, you can put in your music, you can put in different pictures, emojis. You can cut your film. You can make it fade into another scene. You can edit your voice. You can edit the look of the video. Export 1080p, 4K. That's where a lot of the stuff, that's where a lot of the magic happens for me. Anyway, and I love to edit. I love to make thumbnails. I love it. But if I ever decided to go full-time streamer, and that was it, then that's what I would do. I would pick the one of the two. But as of right now, don't worry, guys. I'm still doing full videos and full-time streaming, so I'm not going nowhere anytime soon. So,
fool you, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Richard won't let him. Richard wouldn't let him. Hopefully, the audiences are enjoying the show. So do you have any questions you'd like to ask me? Anything?
I do want to say this. Everybody that's in my chat, I do have Richard's channel linked down at the very top. I believe it's at the very top of my description. It is. It's right there. I want you guys to go over and show him some love, and drop him a like, drop him a subscription, and yeah, man. Chris is Richard. Chris is a good streamer. Chris is a really good streamer. He does a lot of good content. I really enjoy tuning into his streams, and you know, he plays a variety of games, you know, and that's what I like. See, variety is why I said variety's good, man. If you can play this game and that game, and you can draw a crowd doing it, man, then you're doing something right, you know. And being sincere about it, of course, you know, is always a big factor. So,
yeah, guys, anybody that's new here, CJ's Criminal Justice's YouTube channel is at the top of my description. Be sure to go over there and drop him a like, drop him a subscription if you're not subscribed. If you're not subscribed to him, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Oh, gee, I tell you. But yeah, I totally agree with you on that for sure.
Yeah, you gotta be sincere, man, about what you do. You gotta be. The main thing is you got to be passionate. You got to be passionate about this. This is something you have to want to do. You've got to have a want and a drive for this. If you come into this doing it just because you want a vast amount of subscribers, or you're doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You have to love doing this. And for me, it's not about money. It's not about the amount of subs I have. I just love coming in here and putting on a good show and entertaining everyone else just as Chris does. You know, when I go into Chris's chat, he's always interacting with us. He's always talking to us, and I think that's a good thing, man. Interacting with your folks and overall putting on a good show is what it's all about. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Sang?
Oh, we have an intruder, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh man, look who popped in.
Oh, we have a special guest. We have Geoffrey Gamer just popped in the house.
How's everybody doing?
What's up, Sang?
What's up, Sang? I can't do it. I literally just woke up. Like,
did you?
Yeah, like 15 minutes ago, man. And I have a meeting, so I thought, you know what? Let me just pop in here. And this is CJ's show. I just want to pop in and say what's up and see how CJ's doing and drop off this invoice to Mcgevis for a steam cleaning of the back of my cruiser.
Oh my God.
You still haven't gotten that out?
No, it still smells like shit.
Ooh, man. It's got flies buzzing around at this point.
I tell you what, when my torpedoes come out, they stick.
Yeah, them old man shits. They're
Ooh.
Sometimes it's like the Hershey squirts.
Those things are sticky.
they're sticky. All right, yeah, they are.
Yeah, man.
There's only 2 people left that I have to destroy their seats. We were just talking about that a little while ago. Benjamin's car and the sheriff's.
Oh, you got your Red Bull sticker back there, I see.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Red Bull,
dude.
yeah.
You got some Red Bull in there? Dude, that looks so legit, man. I like it, dude.
I tell you what.
Flashing blue and red.
I like it, man.
You drink a Red Bull one time, that's like taking the blue pill. You can go forever.
Oh, man.
Really? Hold on, in
yeah.
that case. Hold on, wait, let me try that. Oh, you're right.
Wayne.
That's how Richard. Oh yeah. Speaking of boring, there's a new movie coming out. June 23rd. Beavis and Butthead. Oh, I gotta tune into that.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good movie. I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait to see that movie, man.
Isn't it something like they do the universe or something?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Have you seen the trailer yet for it, Gigi?
I have not.
Oh, you need to watch it, man. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I haven't. I need to go check it out. I haven't seen it yet either.
Yeah, Do the Universe. It's called. So how you doing, Gigi?
Good.
Yep. For those of you that
Good.
don't know,
I see Zenu's comment. Zenu's saying, "Get the old man. Get the old man out of there."
Oh, were we talking about Chewbacca earlier? He said Zenu said Chewbacca's passionate too.
Oh.
Jeez.
Oh.
He is, though. If you think about it, Chewbacca's a passionate creature.
Yeah, he's not real violent. He's not real.
He's very empathetic.
Yeah. 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 And Han Solo's the only one that can understand him.
Yeah,
Chris can too. Chris can understand him.
Yeah.
Or Mcgevis. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I've broken character a couple times already this morning, thanks to Zenu.
Hey, Suhi. What's up, Suhi? What's up, everybody? Everybody in the chat.
Suhi said she loves your videos, Geoffrey.
Who?
He, she, whoever it is, Suhi.
Oh, I love Suhi too.
Yeah, they said they love your videos, man.
Glad that you're here with us, Gigi. He's also known as Sergeant Gummy Bear, or as I like to currently call him, Sergeant Gumball.
Or Sergeant Gas Pump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you go into CJ's chat, ! GG, you see the gas pump with the controller. I'm never going to get away from that.
You know,
which is cool.
I go to that. I got those from that emoji website that I go to. It's an emoji website. And when I was putting that in my stream elements, I put that in. I cannot get my stream elements to work. I think I might need to re-add it to my moderator, to my channel. I don't know why it's not working. The CloudBot's on.
It does that sometimes. It just does that sometimes. It goes through a little hiccup. But yeah, if you turn the CloudBot off and then turn it back on, that'll rejuvenate it.
All right. Yeah, it's been doing the last couple streams. I was like, man, my stuff ain't working.
So, Richard has a question for you, Gigi. When you nail those gas pumps, how do those fumes smell?
Jesus.
Like napalm in the morning.
Oh, it sounds like my ass.
Yeah.
Napalm in the morning.
Just so everybody knows, I didn't want to come crash CJ's show. I did ask CJ and Chris.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good, brother.
If it was okay, I debated if I wanted to text you, but I didn't know if you were going to see the text. If it was okay to jump in here. I literally only have like 10, 15 more minutes, and then
you got a meeting. You said.
Yeah, I got a meeting at 1:00 today, which I forgot about. So I'm glad I well, CJ's usually privy to when I'm waking up, and because we always hit each other up, and usually it's around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and so I'm glad I woke up a little early today because I completely forgot about this meeting.
That's what it is. I have to reset the moderator. The Streamlabs is the moderator in my channel. It's not in there no more.
Oh, that's exactly it then.
Yeah, I just went to my studio. That's what it is. Yeah.
Now, are you looking at Streamlabs or Stream Elements?
Well, the stuff that pops up in your chat.
Yeah, that's Stream Elements, isn't it?
That's just dashboard of your Streamlabs. Your website dashboard, yeah.
Fester wants to know, Gigi, or wait.
What's up, Fester?
He says good morning. And then CJ to drum battle with Fester. I think we should all watch that.
What is it?
Watch what?
CJ drum battle Fester.
Oh, does Fester play drums?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's been many years since I played, so he might smoke me.
Oh.
Dude, your Dangle episode was hilarious. Dude, when you were arguing with all those cops, you said, "You better step back, boy. You better step back." And those cops, he's like, "Dangle, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this, Dangle?" Oh my God, dude, I was laughing so hard. It was so funny.
Man. When he got tased, when that lady tased him from inside the way he just stiffed up and fell. Yes. Oh my God. I knew something was going to happen. That's why I said it when I got it. I said, please don't. Has anybody else been having issues with grammar police though since this update?
I have.
Oh my God. It's way worse than usual.
She's not understanding me a lot at all, man.
You know why that is, right? She hasn't had a good D in a while.
Not my dispatch. I give Cindy the good D all the time.
Geoffrey, you got to set Streamlabs as an approved user too, right?
Yeah, mine is Stream Elements.
Well, I mean, the CloudBot thing, it's asking me to set it as a moderator. You got to set it under your moderators and approved users too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So let me ask you both a question.
Now they should work.
Good day.
Will Dangle and Ricky ever roll together? Possibly.
Well, who? Ricky and who?
Dangle.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
You better. Well, I don't know. Richard, you're a known undesirable, and Dangle is trying to get into the LEO. So that's a tough one, man. But people don't know about that. It's not something that's happening. It's something that's Dangle is trying. He's trying to get into the LEO with SLRP.
Yeah.
His first step was becoming a security guard at that event.
That security guard truck he was driving was dope, man. That's pretty. I love that. Legit, I love those light bars, man. Those old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fat,
that
like
old
those
Suburban.
old fat rotary light bars. Yeah, dude, it was a legit truck, man. It was pretty cool. What's up, Gino?
I forgot about that vehicle. I need to blow up the back seat in that too.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
No car is safe.
So,
your buddy you hung there with was funny too, Mcgevis. Walk.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Walk.
Yeah, I hired his ass. I thought he was gonna be a moron, but he's pretty funny.
Oh my God, that one line he said. This is a anything goes show, right? This is.
Yep. No holds barred.
When he sat there and said, "I need what did he say?" He goes, "I need some shrimp fried rice in sweet and sour pussy pork." When I heard him say that, dude, I was in my office literally laughing out loud when I heard him say pussy pork.
Oh my gosh, man, that is hilarious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's hard for me, man, to hold a straight face when I'm rolling with Chris, man, and he's playing those characters. It's tough.
It's fun
man.
watching you guys. It's fun watching you guys roll together. You know, it's when you and I always enjoy watching CJ roll Civ because it's not something we see often, right? Because you're busy with your channel. You've been doing your police academy, your farming sim stuff. So when you get on there, it's almost taboo. It's in a good way. It's almost like a treat. You know what I mean? Like
I enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Pussy pork.
Matt West Gaming, he said that there was another saying that went along with that right after that punchline. Some young guy.
Some young guy.
It was funny when we was down there swimming in that lake, and
oh yeah, I was skinny dipping.
Yeah, he was out there in nothing but his boxers. And I was just because I couldn't take my guy's clothes off because it was the default character of SORP.
I thought so. I rolled up and said, "Is CJ the default character?"
Yeah, because I was on the new PC, right? And Patrick, I got with Patrick, and he told me, he's like, "Look, man, if you hook up that new PC," he gave me the pathway on how to get my characters and put them onto a folder. He's like, "Just put them into a folder on an external drive, and then put them on your new PC." And he said, "You'll have them, man." So I just got to take time to hook up that other PC and get my characters back. Because on there I've got Ricky York, I've got Glenn Garwanda, I've got and then I've got a couple other characters that I've put in as well. So
here's another question for you guys. If you I asked this to Reggie yesterday. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why?
That's a good question.
That's a
tough one.
That's a very good question.
I tell you where I'd be. I'd be in the strip club.
I was gonna say something like between J-Lo's no.
Oh man.
I love my wife to death. I really do.
This is the captain speaking. We're about to boldly go where every man has been before.
Jesus.
Did you guys remember when what was it? She had some kind of sex tape that leaked out with her and her boyfriend. It was her boyfriend or her husband, J-Lo.
Nope, writing that down. You have to look that one up later.
Yeah, it doesn't show. I mean, unless you go into, if you look deep into it, you know what I'm saying? If you really look into it.
Oh, you said look deep into her?
And there is a sex tape that was leaked between her and her significant other at the time, where they were,
Yeah.
I like to use those as evidence to blackmail people.
Side farms. You know what I'm talking about? Where you see these farmhouses where you walk out to the front porch and it's literally just green mountains and fog rolling in. Not another soul around. It's to me, I've always wanted to visit a place like that. I can't think of the different countries that you would find that in, but I would definitely like to visit a place like that.
It would be Paris for me, I think. I would love to go visit Paris.
Paris is cool. Yeah.
Italy, Paris. I would love to go to Paris, man. I've always wanted to travel the world, and I've seen a lot of states. I've been from here throughout Oklahoma. I've been through Wyoming. I've been through South Dakota, Arizona, California. I've been all the way up to Washington State.
Oh, wow.
And it's beautiful, man. The world it's a beautiful place out there. When you go through Texas,
you've never been to New York City yet, right?
I've never been to New York City, but man, I'm telling you what, when you roll through Texas, and they talk about that tumbleweed and those whirlwinds that happen, like the dust tornadoes, it's real, man. It's real stuff. Yeah, like when I remember, I was about 12 years old when we were traveling. Me and my parents were traveling to California to visit my sister and my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law was stationed in the Navy out there. And we went through Texas to go out that way. And I remember seeing these big old giant tumbleweeds go across the road in front of us. And there was tornado dust winds everywhere, right? They were huge.
That's really cool.
It was so cool to see that. And there's nothing but, as far as the eye can see in Texas, there is nothing but farmland as far as the eye can see. You see, you see farms, you see crop growing everywhere. What you see a lot of in Texas and Oklahoma, mainly in Oklahoma and Texas, is the oil pumps that go up and down in the ground, the big oil rigs. You see a lot of that out there. But in Texas, a lot of farming and stuff, man. A lot of farming in Texas. But it's real. I did notice when I was in Arizona, I'll never forget how humid it was. It wasn't really hot. It was just the weather was so humid, it would frizz your hair and stuff.
Sweat.
Yeah, it would just frizz your hair up real bad, man. The humidity out there is terrible.
I can't do humidity. Well, I've got too much insulation on, so I can't. I can't do humidity. And like you said, it's like that with New York City too. You know how you see in the movie, or how you hear that it just smells like piss, and you got homeless guys that are naked from the waist down. That's for real in New York City. It really is. But it's. I'll tell you, if you have anxiety, you got to bring your anxiety medicine for the first 30 minutes that you're in New York City, because it is a literal culture shock. It'll just literally just like shit, it's just like woof, everything is at once when you come out from under the tunnel or from over the bridge. It's insane.
That's how it was. I went out to Phoenix, Arizona on a vacation one time, and I was going around checking it out, and you get towards the outskirts of the city. There's a whole lot of homeless people out there, and man.
Where?
Out in Arizona. Just outside.
Arizona?
Yeah, if you're heading out, heading west from Phoenix, heading out towards Surprise, you get on the outer city limits. There's a huge campus they have for homeless people, and it just.
What's up, Hogzilla? How you doing, man? Hogzilla up in the house. What's up, man?
Shit, dick.
Is it humid out there, bro? Is it
muted? Oh, there you go.
Zenu has a question for the old man. Now, I don't know if it's you or me, but would he rather spend the rest of his life in his own retirement home, or move and live in the same retirement home as the other old man? I'm guessing, would you rather live by yourself or live with the other old man?
The other old man.
Oh.
We can measure each other's nut sacks.
Oh my God.
Hey, Nurse Nancy, I heard you like to play a game. Does it hang low?
Just tell Nurse Nancy, grab this and walk to the other end of the room and just see it stretch out like a big pink bat.
Stretch Armstrong.
When I'm playing Ricky, and I tell people that when he's got a cigarette in his mouth and I've got a cigarette in my mouth, I do. When I'm talking with Ricky with a cigarette in my mouth, this is me. What you guys doing over here tonight?
Because it adds that authenticity.
Yeah, it ain't right. Y'all trying to get my license. I ain't done nothing wrong. I ain't committed no crimes or nothing like that. And y'all over here trying to get my damn license. But I do it.
Dangle would be one to meet Ricky. I think that.
Yeah.
we would have to have a love-hate relationship between Dangle and Ricky, because Dangle would just be the type to be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh my God, that would be a good run-in. That would be a good run-in with the two button heads about laws, and it would be a good run-in.
What you giving us shit for, man? We're just trying to get you out here, be safe.
Yeah.
Gibson, he's the one that's like, "Listen, man, it's cool, man. You know what I mean? It's good. Let's just let's come over here and talk." And Dangle is just the complete opposite, man.
Yeah, he is.
Opposite. And CJ is he's the creditor for Dangle, because had you never asked for a Dirty Cop episode, Dangle would have never been born, man.
Man, he's golden, man. People love him, man.
Yeah, Dangle's a different character. He's interesting.
He is. He's very interesting.
Fester says he'd like to go back to Israel.
Oh, I would love to visit there, man. Yeah, the Holy Land.
Yep. That would be an amazing trip. I'll try not to shit on the seats though when we're flying.
Oh God!
Imagine me crop dusting a plane. You're stuck in there with me. You see a green smog cloud come through. You're like, "Holy crap! You thought a baby took a shit? Nope, that was me." And then you see those tumbleweeds.
That shit that came out of a 70-year-old bowel.
Ooh.
Oh,
been backed up for a while.
Backed up for years, man. Somebody didn't take their Metamucil this morning.
Who takes that anyways? That's for.
What's up, Steve? How you doing, man? Good to see you up at the chat, brother.
One thing Mcgevis does not
Alex
need
H
is
up in the
Metamucil.
house, up saying.
No. Nope.
They are Hogzilla. They are.
Oh, Fester's a sailor, huh? I can't do deep water. I can't do it.
No.
I've been deep sea fishing.
You know what? I could probably do that, but I can't swim in deep. Like I could never.
Is it because of what? Is it because you can't see what's below you?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. If I got on a boat and I was out in the middle of the ocean and I got stranded, or my boat broke down or something that started sinking, dude, I would be
panic.
The first thing you think is there's sharks around my legs. It's the first thing you think. Where's the sharks at? You know.
Yep. Second thing you're thinking is what on this boat floats.
Yeah.
That's what I'm. We're going to North Carolina in less than a month. In less than a month, we're going to North Carolina. My wife's Jenny. She goes, "You're going to swim in because I've never seen the ocean." She goes, "You're gonna." Yeah. She goes, "You're going to swim in the ocean, right?" I was like, "Fuck no, I'm not swimming in that ocean." In North Carolina, no, there's jellyfish and shit that swim up to the shore. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's
and jellyfish things can be pretty toxic, man.
Yeah,
they can be pretty bad. Yeah, yeah.
You do like that. They say that really, like MythBusters, like did a show on that, and it's
if you get stung by a jellyfish, if you urinate on the sting, it's supposed to subside the toxins from what they put out inside your body. So and when it's really, I've seen a jellyfish in like real time, like putting toxins out, and it looks like. If you ever watch a video on it, it looks like an ejaculation taking place. That's what it looks like.
About that all the
time. That's exactly what it looks like. It's like, and it's like it's white, just white stuff everywhere. Like it goes out into your skin, and that's why. It's so toxic.
I'm not going in that water.
I just I don't know. I mean, I know shark attacks they say are far and very few in between, but I ain't taking that chance.
Yeah,
I ain't taking that chance.
1 in a million chance.
I'm not putting I mean, now I'll walk in the shallow water like where the shore is. I might walk back and forth, but you better believe I'm watching my step for, especially jellyfish because they can be really. They could be really bad, man, to get stung by those things, man. They're really bad.
They're almost as bad as when a woman hurts your feelings. It's like the same sting. Son of a bitch.
A sting is a sting, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if I was ever swimming in the ocean, a shark came up to me, I'd try to show him the ones and twos.
The ones and twos.
Jaws versus Mcgevis. See who would win that.
The ones and twos.
Guarantee if he does.
That would be a good SLRP scenario.
You know what? Speaking of that, I was going to say, since Ricky has a warrant for that flying that plane, I was thinking about making a scenario on Ricky turning himself in.
There you go.
I really thought about that. You know what? How cool would it be if I did a live stream and titled it
Ricky turns himself in?
Yeah, Ricky turns himself in, warrant, or something about a arrest warrant. Ricky turns himself in. And then me gradually, casually walking into the police station saying, hey, I'm Ricky York. I know there's a warrant out for my arrest. I know there's a warrant out for my arrest, and I'm here to just make it clean, just make it right. So just go ahead and cuff me. I ain't got anything that's going to poke your stick. You made my penis a little bit, but just go ahead and cuff me and book me and get me on out of here, okay? So I can get my bail, post my bond.
Oh man,
Walk
Ricky's
was
got
gonna
that heavy
go to
other
court.
Southern accent.
He was going to take LSSO to court because they were going to arrest him for your warrant.
yep.
Who?
But Walk,
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah,
How did that
they
get turned
said-
around? How did that even get like that?
it was Cookies actually put in the wrong name on
Oh,
the police,
Cookies
on the
did.
bolo. Yeah, he
That
put
son of a
he
bitch.
put Walk on there instead of your guy, and I contacted Luke though while you were live, Chris. And I know that's unorthodox for for SLRP folks, but I contacted Luke and I was like, hey, just an FYI, that warrant that he's got is that bolo I was supposed to remove it because Chris asked me to remove it 2 weeks ago and I forgot to, and so that's when Luke came up in your stream and was like, you know what, it's old, we could just let him go. And
So it's actually my bolo,
Yep.
it's not in there, it's gone now,
but
too late.
that's where the warrant turned into a
it
warrant
was
now.
supposed
Yeah.
to be it was supposed to be your bolo. Yeah.
Wow.
Mr. Walker robbed it.
I had a run-in with. I've had a couple run-ins with Deputy Miller. I have a one run-in with him in Sandy when because I seen the cops sitting right. I seen something was going on, and Ricky wanted to find out what was going on. So he pulls his bike in. He starts walking on the sidewalk, and all of a sudden they're chasing this guy. And Deputy Miller's like right there. There's Deputy Miller and there's Sheriff right behind him. So I purposely moved out of the way and let him go by so they get the guy, right? Well, as soon as they tased him, I pulled out my camera and started going, taking pictures. You can see it flashing. And the sheriff, Deputy Miller, come in. He said, get back, get the F back, just get the F back. And
yeah, he was yelling.
Yeah, and I said, I know I'm allowed 10 feet. I'm allowed, that's the law, that's the law. And the sheriff said, the law is what I say it is right now. They weren't too happy with me that night, but it was fun though. And then I had another run-in with him when I was beating the Civ.
I saw that.
I mean the local. Yeah, I beat
when
that.
You flipped your camera around and I saw that bike rolling up the street. I was like, oh, he's fucked.
Yeah.
But you got out of it.
Yeah, when I seen him rolling up, I was like, "Oh my god, how am I gonna lie my way out of this?"
That was the night when I first joined your stream. I saw you flying 100 feet above the buildings in a 740. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "What is CJ doing?" And then I hear him go. Well, we could just land it right here
on the highway.
I remember that stream.
Yeah, just for the record, guys, that is just for the record, so everybody knows who may or may not be an SRP, or if you're planning on playing SRP, please don't do that. Do not do that. That is not good role play to them. It's just not. It was really more GTA Online what I was doing, and I shouldn't have been doing that. Now, had I did it like Geoffrey had recommended, like he told me, he's like, now had you done something like a faulty engine or saying you were going down or something like that, then the role play would have been realistic. And not on top of that, after I landed the daggone plane, Ricky goes over and steals a lifeguard vehicle, which in SRP is the same thing as stealing a Leo vehicle because it's technically an emergency vehicle, right? So, and then on top of that, I'm using the lights and sirens to get through lights. So there was just really no solid role play behind that. So I did get retrained, though. And Ricky learned his lesson. So because now there's a warrant out for his arrest because of it.
Good 20 minutes, I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I hope nobody comes in here and sees CJ. But lo and behold, they.
I mean, when you're playing a role play server like that, especially SRP, you got to remember, especially if you're live streaming doing content, somebody's always going to be watching you. I mean, somebody's always from that community is going to be in your stream. So you got to be really careful about how you do things. And I admit it was my bad. It was my wrong. I shouldn't have been flying a plane without role playing. I should have said, you know what, I'm going down. I've ran out of fuel, or something in that nature. But the one thing I never should have ever done was taking that emergency vehicle. That's something and especially using the lights to get through traffic lights and hit the whoop, 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 whoop in the sides. Because I remember the stream, I said, I really shouldn't be doing this. I said, I know that this is probably against the rules and I shouldn't be doing that. So,
oh my god,
yeah, guys,
it was. I was cringing. I was just like, oh my god, no, CJ, no. I'm just writing in the chat like, Jesus, what are you doing? What are you doing, man?
Yeah, it was
we should. I got another month coming off, right? Which I got my second surgery.
Yeah.
Why don't the three of us plan on a scene where we roll as civs? We get in a 747. Two of us can be passengers. One of us can be the pilot.
All right, I'm done with that.
And we take off, and a bird hits the engine.
Oh, that's a
so
good one.
as soon as we take off, we're now going down into the water. You know what I mean? And
right.
And
that would be great.
Captain Sully, man.
And then I'll ask one of you guys to go retrieve what's left of the bird. That's KFC for the night.
Yeah, if there's anything left.
Yeah.
Skinless, boneless. Hell yeah.
You know what'd be cool is if there was an island in the middle of that where we could get stranded and we would have to like play a survival type RP. You know what I'm saying? How
crazy would that be?
That would be cool. And the first movie that comes to mind is Castaway. I love that.
Great movie.
Man, I love that movie.
Sad at the end.
When she
married another guy and she had a fucking kid by him,
but she still loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there thinking, you whore.
Yeah.
I would have kicked her ass.
She thought he was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got the only
ran out in the rain.
He was out there for what, 3 years? Was it 3 years he was out there, or four years? But he ended up talking. The only thing he had to talk to was that ball, the Wilson. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Wilson. Remember when he had that toothache? And he took that ice skate and went bam, and you could see the blood come out. I was like, God Almighty, jeez,
I'd do it.
You would have to.
I'm sorry, I got to take off, guys.
All right, man.
Okay.
I got to go pack my lunch, and I got to start heading on to that fucking job.
Oh,
Make sure you crop dust him in the meeting. Tell him Richard did it.
It's all Zoom.
Is it?
I would just be crop dust in my own office, which I did that last night. So.
You'd be all right.
It probably still smells in there. It was bad last night.
Oh, man.
And then we had a good time last night in your server going through some LEO training with you and Hash. That was pretty cool. We'll do it again tomorrow, and that was pretty fun. And so.
Yeah, so we no talks about politics in the chat, please.
And Mcgevis, I think what you got going on here is absolutely great, man. I think this is. I'm
enjoying it.
You're
onto
something.
Yeah, I think so too.
I've got to
get you a white wig. Got to get him a white wig, man, with a ponytail.
I'm working on that.
If you're gonna talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, man. You got to do it.
Man, you should. Man, that would be so great if you had a white wig
with the
ponytail, and you was
brown
wearing
leather
like
jacket.
some old man clothes. Yeah, dude.
You got to do it, Chris. If you're gonna keep the show has to progress, it's got to be Mcgevis. It's got to, because you sound like Mcgevis. Now you got to look the part.
You know what would top it off, man, is if like when the show first starts, if you stand up and you have a big old diaper on around you.
Oh my god,
dude, that would just top it off, especially
with some Nutella smeared.
Yes, I was fixing to say something brown on the back of it, man.
I'll be right back. You turn around. There's just this big shitty diaper on camera, and he doesn't know it yet.
Oh my god!
I thought I smelled shit.
That would be you've got to do that, man. You got to get the clothes for it, man.
Oh my god,
that'd be so awesome.
Well, here's the thing. It's not going to be just like sitting down always talking. There's going to be skits, too. I have skits planned out.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
Oh, okay. Skits.
Yeah, no, not like skids, like the skid marks in my underwear.
That's what I was thinking.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're on a good thing here. You're on a good thing here, man.
Thank you.
Ooh, prank calls? Is that what you said?
Yeah, we might do some prank calling too. Live.
Yes.
That would be funny. Maybe be like the Jerky Boys.
Jerky Boys. Oh God. Yeah. Oh God, she's beating me. I used to listen. I had all their albums, man. I love the Jerky Boys.
Man, I remember I used to when I would smoke. That's when I would listen to them. I would smoke this, and then I would listen to either the Jerky Boys or Adam Sandler. Man, I loved one of my favorite characters that Adam Sandler ever played was Toll Booth Willie. I loved him. Ain't not a bad deer, ma'am.
I'm out of the booth.
Or the carry. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
No. All right, fellas. Love you guys.
Love you too, man.
Love you too.
We'll be talking at you. We'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Chat, take care, chat.
See you, bro.
Again, thanks for letting me pop in here. And
Oh, you're
Say
welcome.
what's up.
Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Anytime.
All right,
You're
Mcgevis.
welcome.
all right, later.
Later, man.
Bye bye. So I have a question for you, CJ, from Greg.
All right.
What made you so good at the modding aspect of a game? Like when you mod.
What made me so good at it? Man, dude, hours of practice. I mean, the main thing, like I tell people, if you want to really learn how to be a good modder, you got to memorize your pathways, right? You got to remember where everything goes. So, for example, perfect example, your plugins, right? You got inside your main directory, you got a LSPDFR plugins, you got an update and a time 64, and you got a couple of the folders above that. Anytime you download a mod that has that plugins folder, you should automatically know that plugins goes into the main directory where that plugin, the other plugins folder is, right? And if you follow those pathways, you'll see that they match up. But that's why I always say your pathway is your lifeline. A lot of those pathways match up, man. If you could memorize your pathways and get those down, especially a lot of pathways in OpenIV, right? If you can memorize those alone will make you a good modder. And I mean, I could, figuratively speaking, but I could probably do it with my eyes closed, because it's just something I was determined to learn how to do it. And I first watched Benzo. He did a basic tutorial. I'm talking about a basic tutorial on how to just put in. He showed me how to install the base mods and a few plugins, right? And as everybody knows, most callouts that you install comes with the plugins and LSPDFR folder, right? So you got your plugins, you got your LSPDFR folder, which is for like your audio files and stuff like that. Your plugins is like your plugins for your callouts and your other mods, Stop the Pet, Ultimate Backup, stuff like that, Compulite, Grammar Police. So if you can get those pathways memorized, then I think it's always good to do that. And I remember learning that basic tutorial, and I just ran with it. A lot of common sense comes with it too, a lot of common sense comes with learning how to be, a good modder and just knowing how to teach. If you want to, being a modder is one thing, but if you want to learn how to teach people how to be a modder, that is a totally different ball game. Doing it yourself is one thing, but teaching other people how to do it is something totally different too. So.
Yeah, it definitely is, because like ourselves, we can mod games with our hands tied.
Yeah.
And some people, I've watched people's tutorials and they go way too fast. It's like, slow down. I'm an old man. I can't move as fast and function. Dicks.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I had a guy comment the other day.
Crossy.
A couple days. What's up, Crossy? How you doing, man? What's up, Jamal? How you doing, brother? Good to see you here, man. Had a guy ask me a question the day in my 4-hour tutorial that I did, LSPDFR plugins included, for 2022, and he said, great tutorial. He said, but it would be better if you didn't show all the in-game stuff. He said, because we're here to play LSPDFR, not to watch you play. So I explained to him. I said, well, I try to consider, when I'm doing these tutorials, I try to consider everybody, right? And I said, so for example, if I'm doing a tutorial for advanced modders, only the advanced modders are going to understand that tutorial, right? But if I do a tutorial for beginners, like I'm teaching beginners, then everybody understands it. And I told him, I said, now the reason I do the in-game showcases on showing people how these plugins work is because it's not so much me playing the game as it is showing people how they work. I said, if I didn't do the in-game showcase, I said, let's just say I'll take your recommendation, for example, right? This guy's recommendation. And I do this entire tutorial, but I don't do no in-game showcases on how these mods work. I said, then before you know it, I said, you've got a bunch of new modders that have almost a nearly full of LSPDFR, but they have no idea how the plugins work. They have no idea how Stop the Peb works, all the backup, grammar police. They have no idea how to do it because I did not go into the game and show them how to do that. I said, I hope that makes sense. And he come back with a real positive comment. He's like, look, that makes perfect sense. I completely understand, and I appreciate what you do. So a little bit of kindness, man. Even when somebody's being kind of firm about your video, a little bit of kindness can go a long way, man. It really can. So, and that's why I do it. You know, I do videos for beginners. That way, anybody that comes to my channel, there's new modders that come to this community every single day, and I do them for beginners so that everybody can understand them. You know, so.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do because you know I learned to mod from you. My senior citizen ass. Jeez. I've rewound them videos so many damn times. I'm surprised it hasn't burned out yet. Good thing it's not VHS.
It can take sometimes. You know, it can take a few times going back and watching those. You're not going to learn how to mod in one day. It's not going to happen. You're not going to learn how to mod in a week. It takes time. It takes legit time to learn how all these pathways and where all your mods go. The most important thing is when you download a mod, make sure the mod, if it's got a README, look at the README and read the description of those mods. When you're on those mod pages, I always encourage everybody to read the description of those mods, man. It gives you a lot of helpful information, like there may be requirements you're going to have, like you may have to have scripthookv, scripthookv.net. You might have to have a couple other things that specific mod requires you to have in order to run that mod properly. That's the things that everybody has to look at, and you have to take the time to read those descriptions. It's like our descriptions that we put in as YouTubers. We put those there for a very good reason, not because we just want to write things out, but because we do it for you, and so that you have helpful information. There's helpful links down there, you know, our social media. I've got in my description, I've got game docs that shows you every mod that I use in my game. I've got my PC accessory game docs in there that shows you all my stuff in my game station. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn from reading descriptions, man. Reading is a good thing. I've always been a reader. I will always be a reader, and so I just the pathways is the main thing about modding. I think, in my opinion, is memorizing those.
See, sometimes I struggle with reading. It's not just because I'm a senior freaking citizen. But I have what do they call that? A reading comprehension issue. And sometimes when I'm reading, like when I try to read like a book or something, or a long paragraph, sometimes I'll see things in there like either twisted around or backwards.
Oh, so are you kind of like? Do you have like dyslexia? No, I'm not picking mommy up today, boo. I'm not picking her up today, baby. She's at work. Go back to number sissy, okay? I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, we'll go get her later, maybe. But I need you to go in there and close the door for me, okay? Okay, I'll be back. I'll be in there in a minute. I'll bring it to you, okay?
Hello, Haley.
Okay, I'll bring it in to you in a minute, okay?
There was one time, guys, I thought I was modding my LSPDFR, but I accidentally messed that up. Dropped a porn file in there. Just kidding. But yeah, modding definitely takes patience, and I sometimes when I'm reading the chat, I'll mispronounce words, and it's a bitch getting old.
Yeah, it's the reading backwards. I noticed that where I've been looking at PC screens for so long, where I've been doing it for so long, that I now need glasses, because when you look at these screens every day for that amount of time and the amount of time that I do, it takes a toll on your eyes, man. It really strains your eyes. And my vision's always been 20/20. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Officer Lincoln 4 up in the house. It takes a strain on you, man. That's why they recommend anybody that is a new modder or a new PC gamer, or just a gamer in general, please get gamer glasses. Those things are there for a reason, and they might look goofy as crap, because the gamer glasses aren't very fashionable or not very stylish. But
hey, now,
but
hey, now,
some of them, you know what I mean. But I know the ones I looked at, man, they look goofy. I would not have been caught dead with those things on. But I do know that when I first got into gaming, I can't remember who it was that told me, he's like, man, if you're going to be doing gaming on a regular basis, you need to get gamer glasses. And he said, I recommend these. These are the best of the best. and I want to say I was at Best Buy. I was at Best Buy, and I told the guys, like, nah, I don't want them, man. I'm not going to wear those. And I wish I would have now. Because now my eyesight, it gets real blurry when I'm looking at the screen for too long. So it does take a toll on your vision, man. It really does.
Man, I love Best Buy. They have a lot of nice units in there.
Yeah.
And not those kind of units. Cut it out, chat. But there's a lot of pretty ladies in there too.
Oh man.
Man, there was one time I went down to Georgia. I was traveling on a road trip and heading to my vacation. And I went into a Best Buy to pick something up, man. I thought I stepped in Jurassic Park. Those employees, they look like they come from Jurassic Park. I was like, Jesus! I thought it was Halloween, but it was only June. But yeah, so you still got some time?
Yeah, I got a little bit of time, man.
Oh, okay. So, what would you say about the Gears? I know you're a big Gears fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Are you looking forward to a possibility of a sixth one, and where do you think they'll go with it?
Oh man, dude, but Gears 5 is amazing already. You know what I mean? It is. I would say Gears 6 is probably gonna tell more about Kate's story, because I know in Gears 5, and I don't want to be put any spoilers out for anybody, but I know that Gears 5 was more revolved around Kate's story and the things that she was going through and the pendant that she had around her neck, right? Which belonged to her mother, her grandmother. I think it was her grandmother. And for those that don't know, I won't say what happened, but something happened to Kate's mom in Gears 4. Which I think we get to see in Gears 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Something happened to her, but I won't say what it is. But I think in Gears 6, I think they're going to go forward with Kate's story. There'll be some new characters. There'll probably be some new weapons, as always. I think Gears 6 is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it, man.
Well, I hope the one thing, because I like Gears myself. I've always liked the fact that they have co-op.
Yes, that's a big one. Yep.
So you'll have to when and if it comes out, which I think there's rumors on the mill that there is, that they're already working on it. You'll have to get with that Ethiopian pasty bastard Chris and see if you guys can't stream that game. I think that would be entertaining.
I tell you, I would be down. If Chris would be down, Richard, if you could talk to Chris for me, I would be down to live stream some Gears 5 if he's down for that.
I'm trying to get him to go outside so he's not so damn pasty. Get some vitamin D up in him. Vitamin D, all of it. Just get the sun rays. Get a solar flare in his eyeball too while he's at it.
I think out of all the Gears games I've ever played, I think Judgment was probably one of my favorites. Judgment was a good one. 3 was also good. 3 was good. And I think there's things I love about each and every one of those games. Like on the first one, the boss that you get to fight at the end of the first one was pretty awesome, man. It was pretty phenomenal.
He was a pain in the pooper.
Yeah, and then on 2, when you went inside that big earthworm, whatever that thing was, and you had to cut the arteries of the heart.
Oh, is that what they're calling that?
Yes, something like that. But you had to cut the arteries, and you had to get out before you drown in the blood, right? And then on 3, they had the corpses. The corpses in 3. They had the juvenile corpses that would come up out of the ground and chase you, and you would have to shoot them. But the only way to kill them is you would have to wait. Now the juvenile corpses, you could shoot them and kill them, right? But the big queen corpses, the only way to kill them was shoot them in the eyeballs, and you had to wait till they raised up to get them in the eyeballs. I think it was the juvenile corpses that had a metal type shield across their body, so they had to raise up too in order for you to kill them. In 4, it was the robots towards the end of the game, the big robots that you got to get inside of and and just mutilate everything. In 5, it was the skiff for me. I loved riding that skiff, man. That skiff was awesome. So there's something in each and every one of those games that I loved in particular. In Judgment, I would probably say just the storyline of Judgment was because there was like 2 storylines in that game, and the storylines were just they were great, man. They were awesome. They were so awesome. But I can't wait to play him, man, and just I haven't played him in forever. I need to play some Gears, man.
I'll have to talk to that pasty son of a bitch, Chris, who doesn't show me nothing.
Jeez.
I should pull Amber Heard and shit all over his bed.
Oh man,
I wouldn't touch her, not even with a stolen dick.
What classy woman does that? Like, poops in somebody's bed. Like, what? Why? Why would you even? What would even make you think of doing something like that?
Well, that was like what I was talking about yesterday when Richard, got hammered and he brought a chick home from the bar and she peed on his brand new carpet. Peed right through. I'm like, I didn't know it because I was drunk. I woke up the next morning. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, oh. So I went to hand her pants and they were soaked. I'm like, oh, no. You son of a bitch.
You definitely got to get the wig, bro. You got to get the wig with the jacket and the diaper. The diaper's gonna top it off, man. The diaper's with the Nutella on it. Oh man, yeah. Yes, USB controllers do work on PCs. Who was asking? Suey, was you asking? Yes. So I use this one right here, and it's got the mini keyboard on the bottom of it. You guys can see, but it is plugged in USB and goes directly to the PC and works just like you're playing on Xbox. I've got another one back here. I've got another controller here for the actual Xbox, which sits right here, guys. And then if you guys will look back here, I've got a collection of controllers back here that I've gotten over time.
The light makes him pop.
So this one over here is on the far end. That's an Xbox controller. That's a Switch controller. The pink one's a Switch. And there's a black Xbox controller right there. And then another customized one back there if you guys can see it. I don't know if y'all can see it for the fridge, but it's back there in the far corner right there. I'll show it to you guys. It's really cool.
Crossy says I have to get my Depends.
This is the one I had built through Microsoft. It's all different kinds of colors.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had it built through Microsoft. This controller right here cost me about $90 to get built. But it's really cool because I had everything customized. It's all different colors, the D-pad. Now, I did it like that for a reason, to make, so it would be different, you know what I mean? And it's very faint. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got the name. Yeah, I don't think y'all can see it. It's got my name, Criminal Justice, like right here in light writing. You can probably barely see it, but it's got my name right there. So
I should get a brown controller with dookie stains on it.
This is the kind of controller I was telling you, if you ever want to get one, Chris, for your Switch. These right here, man, that's a Switch controller. Connects wirelessly to the Switch. And it's awesome, man. The only thing that's different is the X and Y are switched around and the A and B are switched around. That's the only difference, man. That's it.
I hope everybody's enjoying the show and kicking back with us and having some laughs and some serious talk. Oh, what's that?
It's a Pac-Man machine.
Oh, I remember.
It works, yeah. When I start it, where's the start button? So you can. You can hear it playing?
Nope.
Oh, you can't hear it playing, Chris?
No. So that actually works.
It works. Yeah, my wife got this for me. I've got that one. And I've got Rampage.
Oh,
remember that game?
What, I remember Rampage. That's where I learned to do the 1s and 2s.
The lizard, not the the lizard was I can't remember the lizard's name. But there was a lizard, there was a gorilla, and what else was?
Yeah, I don't remember their names.
They all had names, but I can't remember it. But man, it was such a cool. I wish they would have a Rampage for now, like today's gaming. That would be so cool, man. That'd be so.
Man, I used to. Speaking of Rampage, I used to play with that. On the Nintendo.
Yeah, that's where I was playing it at. Yeah,
2 people, and we'd punch the buses or trains back and forth until they blew up.
Yeah, or if you was playing with your friend and they were on the building behind you, could reach back and knock them off the building.
Yeah, get off my building, bitch.
Yeah, that was a good game back then. That's what I'm saying, man. Kids these days, they have no idea what we thought to be amazing graphics, back then, because Duck Hunt and Super Mario Brothers, we would sit and play those games for hours, man. And back then, you couldn't save the game and shut it off. If you were going to go to school that day, you paused it and prayed to God that your mom and dad didn't shut it off while you was at school, because if they did, you got to start all over when you come home. There was no such thing as a hard drive for a gaming console back then. There was for PCs, but not for gaming consoles, and back in Nintendo days, definitely not.
So speaking of Duck Hunt, you just brought up a valuable question. Did you ever cheat in that game?
Did I ever cheat? What do you mean? How did I? How would you cheat?
You take the zapper and put it up to the screen and shoot the birds.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Right up on the screen.
Yep. My brother and I, we used to have competitions. I would play, and then he'd get bored because I'd keep going. And then as soon as he took his turn, and I started to doubt myself, when he'd go to the bathroom or something, I'd go right up to the TV screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Sue, we appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I might or might not be live again tonight, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Steve, appreciate the kind words, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Savage Wolf. Those are old school, man. That's old school gaming, bro. It definitely is. It is, man. Definitely old school gaming. I remember. You remember Dig Dug?
Oh yes.
Dig Dug. Oh. I loved playing Dig Dug, man. I loved playing Dig Dug. Dr. Mario. What else was there? Super Mario, Dig Dug, Dr. Mario, Contra. We were talking about Contra the other day when you were, I think, live streaming or something like that. Contra, man, was that was one of the first games they come out with that was that had the rapid fire guns, right? And then you had 2 players that would go towards the screen like this, and the enemies were coming towards you like this. And see, back then, man, we thought, man, this is awesome. This is great, and classic. There's nothing. Yes, Dalton, good point. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was another awesome classic game. It was an awesome classic game. Chris the other day was playing the classic games on Switch, and he was playing Punch-Out. And man, there's a lot of classic games that comes in that pack, right? That you get. Is that how much? If you don't mind me asking, how much was that you got for that?
Yeah, if you want like all of the systems, because they have like the regular Nintendo and the Super Nintendo, which I think that's like $10 a month. But if you do the online expansion, which brings the Sega Genesis, which I love,
Sega Genesis,
and Nintendo 64, where you see Mario's first porn in 3D. But if you do the expansion pack and the online for a year, it's $50.
Wow.
For the year.
Okay.
So
I'll definitely have to look at that, because I love me some classic games. I definitely love some classic games, man. I love it.
That's where Richard learned how to ride a dirt bike, Excite-A-Bike.
Oh, Excite Bike. Yo, I love that game, man, where you could build your own ramps and tracks, and Excite Bike was awesome, and I loved that game. That was another good one, man. That was another good one.
You know how many times it took me to land those jumps, the high jumps, with Richard and come down that hard landing? How many times I smacked my grapefruits and felt like they were going to go up the anus?
Yeah, and the bike would go and flip over. Yes. Savage, they will never, I'm telling you, kids these days will never, ever know the feeling of what it's like to, come from that old school, man. I'm telling you.
That was the graphics back then, but even today, I challenge kids. They're like, oh, this game is old and it's crappy. I'm like, well, you know what? The graphics may not be top-notch graphics and all that fancy schmancy stuff, but you don't have the storyline like we do.
That's right. And you know what? I guarantee you, if you give one of them the controller, I bet you they couldn't beat it like we could.
Nope.
That's a lot of history in gaming, man. When you've got that comes with the experience, man. Like what we do these days, we know how to do what we do because we've played so many games. And the old school gaming, man, like we're talking about Excite Bike, Duck Hunt, Dig Dug, Dr. Mario, all Contra, man, all them great games that were, Double Dragon. Remember Double Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Double Dragon, and then they had a basketball game called Double Dribble.
Yes, with Larry Bird. Yep.
Yeah, and every time the game would come on, you'd hear some guy say, Double Dribble.
Yep.
Every time. And it was like you could slam dunk on that game but there was a certain spot on the court you had to be in that free throw line to hit the button at the right time, and your guy would slam dunk it. They also had the original NHL back then. It was just like little bitty like guys like this with hockey sticks that would turn one way like this. That was it. That's the only way they would turn, just those two ways. One heard and played Friday. I have Friday the 13th, Dalton. I love that game. That game is awesome. I love playing Friday the 13th.
Oh, I remember those days, Crossy. Remember the old McDonald's setups? They had the Gran Turismo arcade machines in there.
Yeah, like the flat machines. You would go in, and even in the Pizza Huts. Even in the Pizza Hut, you would go in and sit down. You could play Pac-Man. You could play Pac-Man on the machines. They would have one player on this side, one on the other. It was a flat screen. Those were the best. I loved playing those games when I walked in. I play one every time I go in, man. I loved it.
I loved Pizza the Hut.
Yes, that was Road Rash with the bikes on Sega. Yeah, that was Road Rash, Savage. Yeah. Oh, man, it brings back so many memories talking about these games, man. It really does. It makes you realize how old I am, like Savage says. It makes me feel like I'm old. Yeah, it does, man. It makes you realize you've been around for a little while, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, we're getting prehistoric. Pretty soon we'll be farting oatmeal dust.
Oatmeal dust.
Oh, yeah. I love Turok. Actually, I have that game, Turok 2, on the Xbox.
Natasha was the hot, nice biker chick. Yeah. Steve said Road Rash was the best. It was, man. Anybody, I know what they were talking about the other day. Everybody remember Twisted Metal on PS1? I loved playing that game, and I played that game for hours. Twisted Metal, man.
I have a fun fact about Twisted Metal. The old boy Richard used to RP in that back on PlayStation.
Did you?
We had the split screens. I would play as the cop, and the person would play as the a civilian, and I would put in the cheat code to spawn the Siberia map, and it's a residential neighborhood, so you had the 4 ways, the 3 ways, the intersections.
Right.
So we would RP, and I'd pull him over, and then if he didn't cooperate, I'd just light him up with the missiles.
I was gonna say about the time Chris pulls him over. The missiles would come in, and he'd shoot missiles on top of the That game was just... I remember when that game came out, it was such a huge hit, man. Everybody wanted that game. And back then...
Hello, Zeno. How are you, sir?
Back then, nothing was downloaded digitally like it is these days. You can do everything from the comfort of your home, right? Back then, if you wanted the game, you had to get up or get your mom and dad to get up and take you to the store and buy your game Twisted Metal was a disc. So Twisted Metal was on a disc because it was PS1. The very first game I ever seen on PS1 was a game called D. I don't know if anybody ever remembers that game called D, but it was a game about a Dracula. It was about Dracula, and it was the first 3D perspective game that was ever out. And I remember when I got that PS1, I played that game, and I loved it. It was more like a mystery game, but it was really cool, man. But it's I'm telling you, man, old school gaming is where our roots come from. That's where it comes from, man, is the old school games. And I've still got my, for those that probably don't know, I still have my original Nintendo from when I was like 12 years old, and it still works. It still, it still works, man. I'll break it out one day in a stream, and I'll show you guys the Nintendo, and I'll put up the camera so you guys can see it. So it still works, man.
I've always wondered where Mario goes when he falls down the hole.
When he falls down the never-ending holes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that we were talking about a woman, but there's definitely not a never-ending hole there.
Yeah, you're definitely eventually gonna reach the bottom.
Boing. Houston, I've hit ground.
Oh man, jeez. Oh, dude, yeah, that's a good question. I know Mario falling in them holes, man. It's just never know, man. Never know where you go.
Oh man, come on, Richard, get it together.
Oh, you never had a PS1, Dalton? You never had one? Yeah, those come out around like 97, 98. I think it was like 90, something about 97. I think it was like 97 they released that.
What's that, PlayStation?
With the PlayStation 1, wasn't that released around 97 or maybe a little?
It was 97.
Was it 97? Yeah, because I got mine. I got mine in 98. I got mine in 98. But it was released like mid 97. And it was huge. It was a huge hit. And then it wasn't even just a few years later they come out with the PS2. And I got me a PS2. And then by the time PS2 come out, it was out for a while. The original Xbox One was born. When I got myself an Xbox. And I remember my buddy telling me, he's like, look, man, if you go to an Xbox, he said, you'll never go back to Sony. And I still play Xbox this day. Now, if I could, I would buy a PS5. I would definitely get me a PS5 because I love both. I love all kinds of, all genres of gaming. But this Xbox One X, man, is pretty awesome. It's
Wait, what did you just call it? Did you say Xbox or Sexbox?
Xbox.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. I see. I didn't have the PS3. That was the PS3, the PS4, and the 5 is the only thing from Sony I never had. I would love to eventually one day have a shelf built, a customized shelf, and have every console that's ever existed in that shelf with.
Oh yeah.
TVs within that shelf that you can play those systems on. I think that would be absolutely amazing. So, have the Nintendo 64, the GameCube. You guys remember the GameCube? The Nintendo GameCube.
I used to RP on a game on the GameCube as well. What
was it? Need for Speed Up? What was it?
No, 4x4 Evo 2.
Oh yeah, dude!
I would RP that I was a park ranger in the Dodge Ram pickup trucks, and people would get stuck because you had the winches that you could use.
Yeah, that's right, yep. Man.
I used to RP on that game too, even though I was by myself.
The GameCube, the GameCube actually had a memory card with it too. Remember the little memory cards you'd slip down in there?
Yeah.
The memory cards you'd slip in there, and PS. They had those for PS1 and PS2 as well. And back then you could get like what was it, like 2 gigabyte memory cards. Megabytes, I mean. 2 megabyte memory cards. 2 megabytes. And how big is some of these games nowadays? GTA 5 itself is at least 90 gigabytes. RDR2 is 109 about 109 gigabytes to download. I mean, think about that, guys, how far we've come in technology. What's up, Sergeant Dev? How you doing, man? Think about how far we've come in technology since then and how far gaming has advanced. since the 90s, since Atari. I remember playing Atari, man. Pong. Pong was one of my favorite games on Atari to play. I love playing Pong on the tennis, man. I love playing those two.
Yeah.
That was my favorite, man.
No, I'm not working tonight, and I don't know if I'm going to be on SLRP tonight. I have not made that decision yet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing tonight either yet.
But, yeah, remember that little AOL bastard that used to run across your screen when you were booting up for the internet?
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
Oh, I could run faster than him. I wanted to swiftly kick him and his unit so bad. He's annoying. You've got mail. Goodbye.
Yeah, and then half the time you would get on AOL. It'd take forever to load. Half the time you get on there and kick you right back off.
Yep. Like,
that was the suckiest internet, broadband dial-up. I hated that sound. I hated that internet.
I could fart faster than that thing moves.
It made that sound like that.
Yeah, I was like, are we trying to get ET? Because I've already visited him a few times, and it didn't feel good. He got the old anus. And he said, we're going to Uranus. I says, what? I thought he was talking about the planet, but apparently, nope, that wasn't the case. Next thing I know, ET's pulling out the glowing unit.
Yes, I remember Monkey Ball too, Dalton. I remember Monkey Ball. I remember I tell you, some of the games I loved a lot on the GameCube and 64 was the Donkey Kong games. That was one of the first Donkey Kong games they had out, where he had the little Donkey Kong with him, right? Is the mini Donkey Kong, and he would carry him on his back, right? And the GameCube was the one that had the drum, the drums you could buy, and when you hit those drums, the faster you hit those drums, the faster he'd run across the board, man. It was really cool how them drums would work. It was the congas. They were called the congas. You could buy the congas, and the faster you hit him, man, the faster he'd run, man. It was so cool the way them things work, man. I loved it. I would
totally. If I was to stream Donkey Kong, that game would be destroyed. I'd make it a perverted version and be rated MA. He's not banging his congos.
It would be easy to make it perverted, definitely. What's up, MR4K Upscale? You're new, man. Welcome to live stream, man. Let me hit that new button for you right there, man. Thank you, CJ, for making all those tutorials, LSPDFR. I have learned all about LSPDFR from your videos. You are the best in detail teacher. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
CJ is what I like to call, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, CJ, but I like to call you're the CJ Obi-Wan, CJ Anobi. Master of LSPDFR. There we go.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi of LSPDFR.
Yeah. Yep. You have ways with the Force with that thing.
I will take that as a compliment, man. I will take that.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that man, are you into Star Wars or no?
Oh yeah. I haven't finished the newer movies. And I would love to take time out of my day to do it, but I've still got games to install and work to get done today. But I need to finish the last few series. I've seen like the older ones, right? And I've seen one of the newer ones, but I haven't seen them all. But I definitely love Star Wars, man. Definitely.
You definitely then need to check out the Kenobi series that's out now on Disney Plus. It takes place between episode 3 and 4.
It's a series, so there's multiple episodes?
Yep. There's 4 out right now.
All right. Yeah, I need to finish up Moon Knight, too. They had some new series come out for that one, and I need to finish watching those, man. Those are really good. Moon Knight was... He kind of confusing, man, because he can't figure out who he is. You know what I mean? He can't figure out who the heck he is. Hey, Steve, appreciate you stopping by, man. He said, gentlemen, I have to go. Thank you for... the trip down memory lane, the good old days, coming home from school and hopping on Contra. 30 lives to beat the game. Have a good day, fellas. Yeah, man, 30 lives. Hey, appreciate you, Steve. Thank you for coming through, brother. Really appreciate you, man.
I appreciate that, Crossy. And Crossy wants to say to you, if it wasn't for you, I would not know a damn thing about modding. He'd probably have his game all jacked up to where his computer was smoking. Oh!
Thanks, Crossy. I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. I really do. It takes us, it takes us messing up our game a lot. I can't tell you how many times I messed my game up when I was first learning it. You destroy your files a lot when you first start out, because the main thing that we think about when we first start playing LSPDFR is we just want to get it in play, because we're looking at this game, everybody else is playing it, it looks awesome, right? So we're trying to get these files together as quick as possible. We're not paying attention, and we just throw them in there, and before we know it, we got a game that's completely messed up. Everything's backwards, and so it just, that's why I tell people, when you watch my video, if you're new or whatever, take your time. Take your time and watch that video. I promise, I know you want to play, I know you're excited about playing, but don't get in a rush, because when you get in a rush, that's where you're going to make mistakes. And if you slow down a little bit and watch every single aspect of that video and listen to everything I say, because I'm not just on there blowing smoke and mirrors, everything I'm talking about is because I want you guys to have a successful LSPDFR, right? So if you watch every aspect of it, pay attention and take your time, your game will run flawlessly. Almost flawlessly, because LSPDFR is always going to have. I had a couple crashes last night, so
that's what she said.
It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen, man. That's LSPDFR. That's the nature of the beast with it, man.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, Crossy says, both of you are inspiring people. Chris is an awesome Ethiopian. I love you both very much. Richard is such a dick. Oh, you son of a... Oh, don't you ever call me a dick. Don't call me dick in SLRP.
Yeah, Richard don't like being called that. I was with him in one where the guy made him pretty upset.
Yeah, it was one of the deputies. He goes, all right, Dick, stay here. I'm like, wait, what? Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was awesome, man.
That's one thing. That's a no-no. Those are fighting words.
That's right.
I'll show you the ones and twos, and then the old McNutties. You'll feel the drum beat.
I was about to say, Rich, to show you the ones and twos on that, man. Oh, man.
So, yeah, we'll have to get together sometime in SLRP again and cause some shenanigans, or maybe get lost or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm down. If you, whenever you want to roll, man, like I said, when I'm not busy, man, I'm always more than happy to roll with you, man. And we always find something to get into on there, so.
Oh, yes, we do.
Always,
I think the deputies don't like us very much.
Yeah, they're not fans of Richard and Ricky.
Nope. Did I tell you that I got Cookie's back seat finally?
Did you?
Yep. There's only 2 people left that I need to strike, and it's Benjamin and the sheriff himself. You shot him in the foot, and I want to shit in his back seat.
Yeah. You're gonna have to, I tell you, because I don't see him. I don't see him really putting anybody in the back seat of his vehicle, right? So you would have to probably work extra hard to get, to be put in his back seat. You know what I'm saying? He drives the bike now, right? Don't he drive the bike most of the time? Because the last time he was on the scene with Ricky, he pulled up on a bike, the motorbike.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can jump on his bike real quick and take a dump. You could do that.
He'd rip me off that thing so fast and shove the taser up my ass.
Oh, man, that would be hilarious if you did that. Like, in the middle of the scene, you just jumped on his bike and then got in the chat real quick and took a dump.
Oh, he'd probably kick my ass.
Oh, man.
A few times before other deputies arrived.
That would be hilarious. What time
could you... 12:54.
Yeah, I need to go in here and feed my kids lunch. They're probably getting hungry on me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fed them breakfast, and I usually let them have a snack. I might give them a snack and then feed them lunch in about an hour. Just hold them over.
Heck yeah, food's always good.
Yeah, but listen, man, I appreciate you having me on, bro. It was a lot of fun being on here and taking a stroll down memory lane with all the old school games and consoles and I agree with Geoffrey, man. I think you got a good thing going here, brother, and keep it up, man. I'll be tuning in. He sounds just like that guy, man. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, but thank you for coming on the show, man. It's been a blast.
Yeah,
and
man.
We'll have to have you on again sometime. Maybe when Gigi has a little bit more time, I can do a double feature with both of you at the same time.
I'm down for that, man. I appreciate you having me on. Thanks, man.
Oh, you're very welcome. And you guys stay tuned. Next Wednesday, the Mexican will be the next appearing guest at 11 a.m. on the Richard Mcgevis podcast, where anything goes. And that's even the toilet paper. I use a lot of it.
Is this going to be every Wednesday and Thursday you're doing this?
Well, I did 2 shows this week because I was premiering it.
Gotcha.
But starting next week, it's only going to be every Wednesday.
Okay. I think you got a good thing going, man. I think you got a good thing going, and get people on here, man. Get people on here just to talk about their gaming career, whatever, life, man. It's just it's a cool show that everything goes, because there's a lot of people that talk about stuff on here they don't feel comfortable enough talking about on their own stream, or their own videos. So that'll allow them and give them a chance to kind of let loose and kick back a little bit. So yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on, though, dude. I really do, man.
Yeah,
it was fun, Dan. It was fun.
We'll have to definitely do this again. I've got 4 guests already lined up, so I've already got four more weeks of guests.
There you go, man. There you go. Man, my nuts are sweating.
Whoa! Oh!
My nuts are sweating, man.
Oh man!
That's why I keep going like this, because my nuts are sweating. Oh man.
But yeah, I appreciate you being here. It's been fun. Thank you to the audience for hanging out. Reggie has a question real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
For someone in my shoes with my work schedule and wanting to do YouTube also, what advice would you give to someone that want to do this and work at the same time?
Well, I tell you, man, because I know you were on the show yesterday, Reggie. I know you have a pretty hectic work schedule. I would
take care, Crossy.
Man, because you're working from, what did he say, 9 p.m.
9 to 6.
Wow, that's a hectic work schedule, man. That's a hectic work schedule. I know that you said that you got to get your sleep in and stuff. I tell you what, man, what I would do is I would just take every moment you can. If you got some free time, take that free time, man, to get on there, and even if it's just only 30 minutes of recording, you could take a 30-minute video and cut it down, edit it, and cut it down to a 15 to 20-minute video for your audience. Just whatever you can fit in, 10, 15 minutes of recording time. You can take that and make it into a video, man. If you got to do it in a 2-day period, do it like that, man. However long it takes you to make a video, man, that's what I would do in your spare time. So if you go to work, come home, get you some sleep, get up, spend some time with your family, and then do you some recording, man. And then maybe the next day come back and do your editing, you know what I mean? So whatever works for you, man. But definitely, if that's something that you really want to do, I would definitely just try to fit it in there as the best you can, man. Even if it takes you a couple days to get a video completely done and uploaded, that's what I would do, man.
Oh, okay, guys. Well, again, I appreciate you being here, CJ.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Every moment of it. Thank you to the audience for coming in and hanging out with us, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the show as well. I didn't crop dust anybody, not this time. Crop dusting is coming to a show near you. But I want to say thank you, everybody. Take care, and don't shit your pants. This is Richard Mcgevis signing out. Later, bitches and bitchettes.
Take care, guys.
Same here. Yep.